the likely chances that this happens? He obviously has a group of investors willing.
It is considered a long shot. I mean, the chain started liquidating 3 months ago, so that's part of the issue here is you have to pick up all these pieces. We're basically through the first half of the year, so Christmas is maybe a long shot to get stores open for the Christmas holiday. So it is a long shot, but there is action. There is this movement to try to save some part of the company at this point. And Jerry Storch, he ran the company for 7 years. Basically, if you look at the trajectory of the company, it was doing okay under him. Once he left in early 2013, the slide was pretty.
But you said it's a long shot, right? I mean, getting all of these assets in order to restart the business will be huge. So why go about trying to do this?
Well, the thing with Toys R Us was everyone always thought there was a viable business there. It was just that it had a lot of debt, right? That was the story of this company. Leveraged buyout in 2005, overloaded with debt. That big reason of why it ultimately failed. So the U.S. now no longer has a national toy store in all these malls and shopping centers. So if you were an investor, you look at Toys R Us, they were about $6 billion, $7 billion in sales in the United States each year. So that's a big hole. So who's going to pick that up? I mean, maybe some of the other players might, but a lot of investors look at this and see this as an opportunity to get some of that market share back.
Now, during his tenure, it rose to $1 billion in sales, and then private equity sort of took over, and everyone watched it, degenerate, let's put it that way. Now, there was the financial crisis as well to deal with, and a lot of other, cyclical and secular factors. But he obviously thought that there was something there and that it was a shame. I mean, he obviously left in 2013, and thought that maybe it could have been saved as he was leaving.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Storch left, whether he was, had differences maybe with the private equity holders, but the big thing with Toys R Us was always that most people thought there should be a nationwide store retailer. Maybe not as big, maybe not as many stores. I mean, our reporting in this story basically says several hundred stores. When they filed for bankruptcy, they had 800 in the United States. So yeah, Storch obviously believes that there is some sort of future, business here.
What kind of price tag would it take?
That's one thing we didn't find out in our reporting.
Because you'd need to buy some physical locations or lease some physical locations.
Right. We report in the story that Storch has been talking to U.S. landlords about getting space if this all comes to fruition.